everybody. This is Elena Dillon, and I'm so excited that you're here. I want to talk to you a little bit about visual content marketing and why it's important for our author business. Some of you may have heard that I teach a class about visual content, and we're having a great time. And I just wanted to share some reasons why visual content matters for our business. 90% of information transmitted to the brain is visual. So if you think about it just in context of Facebook in the last few years, when Facebook first came out, it was a lot of text because they didn't really have the ability to upload images right away. And even if they did, not everybody knew how to do that yet. It was sort of the beginning of everybody taking the pictures on their phone and uploading them. And now it's really rare that you see a post on Facebook without an image. And there's a reason for that, because Facebook has found that visual works and people will click on it. Very rarely now will people post just a text post, and I know personally I look at that and I'm honestly not interested. My eyes are not drawn to that. It's because we process visual content 60,000 times faster than text. So that's pretty amazing. I think, I don't know what it is exactly, except when I think about it for myself, I know that my brain just looks at that and goes, oh, it's too much work. I don't even know if I'm interested. It's not that I don't like reading. I mean, I love to read. Obviously, I'm a writer. I love to read. I've always loved to read. But when I look at a text like that, I think, well, I don't even know if that's something I'm interested in. But if you see a picture and it draws you in, you think, wow, okay, what is that? And you want to look more. So this is why we're talking about this today, because as authors, it's really, really hard to get seen. Here's another little tip. Using color increases willingness to read a piece of content by 80%. Wow, so that's pretty interesting. Color, as opposed to black and white, makes a difference. I made the colors of these slides really bright and shiny just to kind of show you the visual difference between. Now, if this was just a regular white slide, I have total capability of just typing these letters onto a white slide and with black type, and I was thinking as I was getting this presentation ready, like, gosh, that would be boring. Like, why would I want to do that? It just would not be interesting at all. And so as authors, we're so used to black and white, words on a page. It's what we do. And it makes this whole visual thing a lot harder for us to think, how are we going to show pictures for what we mean? I mean, we don't do that. It's not natural for us. So content with images is viewed 94% more times than content without. Wow, that's a huge number. So this is the number that made me think this is important. 94 more times. So when you're talking about your social media, your blog posts, your Facebook ads, any of those things that you need in order to get seen as an author, visuals are important. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't want to have to pay a graphic designer to do all those things for me every single time I need a graphic with, a quote on it. And now, actually, it's not unnecessary, but there are a lot of things that we can do as authors for ourselves. And that's what makes all this technology amazing. It can be very overwhelming. I agree. I know when I first started trying to create my own graphics, actually, my daughter is a graphic designer. So, but see, like with her, it's funny, and I joke about this all the time, but you'd think because we live in the same house and she has a degree and she's so great at it and whatever, that she'd be doing all my graphics for me. But you know what? She's busy. And even having a graphic designer living in my house, she doesn't have time to do everything that I need. I mean, I'd be asking her every day, technically, to do, graphics for Facebook or for an Instagram quote or any of those things if I didn't take it upon myself to do it on my own. So, that being said, I took it upon myself to try to learn. I had to do, actually, a presentation about Pinterest for a conference. And I thought, well, I really need to learn how to make this look pretty. I can't just throw these slides up here. And so I took some time and I learned how to create the graphics and played around with it, and it was overwhelming. But I realized like the more that I pushed through, the easier it got. So all I'm saying is that it's possible to do it for yourself. It takes time. We have to put the effort in. You have to educate yourself about what to use and how to use it, and it takes practice. But it's important because as authors, our biggest problem now is not getting a contract or getting seen, getting an agent or any of those things. Really, the biggest, those are all issues, but or getting sold. The biggest problem is that we need to be found. Like, there's so many books being published now that, it's like spitting in the wind if you are not out there getting your content seen. So that's what I mean when I'm talking about visual content. And I have a couple more videos that I'm going to post about that. But thanks for listening.